Good day to all of you. Today, we are going to start discussing the different tools and equipments used in baking, the importance of these tools, and how to use it properly. So, we start with the measuring cup. So, this measuring cup is used to measure large amount of dry ingredients. So, the dry ingredients usually measured here, we have the sugar and the flour. If you are going to use the measuring cup, just place here the dry ingredients and then level off with the use of spatula. So, the importance of using the spatula is to measure the ingredients accurately. So, this is usually composed of 4 to 5 pieces. We have here 1 cup, then 1/2 cup, 1/3 cup, 1/4 cup, and 1/8 cup. So, that is the measuring cup. Next, we have the measuring spoon. So, the measuring spoon is usually composed of 4 to 5 pieces also. We have 1 tablespoon, 1 teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon, and sometimes we have the 1/8 teaspoon. So, this measuring spoon is used to measure small amount of dry and liquid ingredients. For example, salt, baking powder, baking soda, yeast. So, how to use this measuring spoon? The same with the measuring cup, we will use the spatula. Place here the dry ingredients, the small amount of dry ingredients, and then level off with the use of spatula. But if you are going to measure liquid ingredients, no need to use the spatula. So, that is the measuring spoon. Next, we have the glass measuring cup. So, the glass measuring cup or the measuring glass is usually transparent. It is smooth in the inside with a graduation mark on the outside surface. So, how to use this? So, hold this on the handle and then 3 fingers sa ilalim. So, wag masyadong malapit para ma-measure natin ng ayos ang ingredients. So, the liquid ingredients commonly used in the glass measuring cup, we have the water, the oil, fruit juices, and milk. And then we also have here the wooden spoon. So, the wooden spoon is used in stirring the mixed ingredients. So, if you are going to combine dry and liquid ingredients, you can use the wooden spoon in stirring the mixed ingredients. Then we also have here the rubber scraper. The rubber scraper is used in scraping off the butter mixture on the side of the mixing bowl. If you are going to transfer the mixture on the baking pan, so you will use the rubber scraper in scraping off on the side of the mixing bowl. Then if you are going to measure butter, margarine, or shortening in the measuring cup, so you will use the smaller rubber scraper. So you are going to scrape the side of the measuring cup. Okay, then we also have the spatula. So this spatula is used in leveling off the dry ingredients on the measuring cup or on the measuring spoon. Another use of the spatula, it is used to remove the cake from the pan. For example, the cake is done. You are going to invert the cake on the tray. So you are going to remove this using the spatula. Another use of the spatula, it is used in leveling the icing on the cake. Ay, nilalagay natin para mas-spread natin ng ayos, ma-level natin ng ayos ang icing na inilalagay natin sa ibabaw ng cake. Okay, then we also have here the electric mixer. So the electric mixer, then we have the wire whip, the fork, and the egg beater. So, these 4 tools or equipment is used in beating the egg whites. So, how to use this? So, you're going to, this is what we call the beater of the electric mixer. And we usually beat the egg whites. Then, this one is the wire whip. You're going to beat the egg whites. You have to separate the egg whites from the egg yolk first. And then, you're going to beat the egg whites until light and fluffy. So, this is the proper way of beating the egg whites or the proper way of using the wire whip. And then this one is the egg beater. So this is the proper way of using the egg beater. And if you don't have egg beater or wire whip or electric mixer at home, you can use the fork in beating the egg whites. So be sure to beat properly the egg whites and be sure to increase the volume of the beaten egg whites. Then we also have here the egg slicer. The egg slicer is used in slicing boiled egg. So this is commonly used in commercial cooking. And then we also have here the egg separator. The egg separator is used in separating the egg whites from the egg yolk. But in cake baking, I'm not allowing my students to use the egg separator. Instead, you are going to use your hands in separating the egg whites from the egg yolk. So you have to practice at home how to separate the egg whites from the egg yolk. And then we also have the mixing bowl. So the mixing bowl is used in mixing the ingredients or where the mixed ingredients is placed. Then we also have here the pastry brush. So the pastry brush is used in brushing or spreading the butter or the margarine on the side of the baking pan. For example, if we need to put margarine or butter on the side of the baking pan, we are going to spread it using the pastry brush. Do not use your hands in spreading the margarine or the butter. And then we have here the flour sifter. In cooking, this is what we call the strainer. But in baking or in cake baking, this is what we call the flour sifter. So you are going to sift the dry ingredients in order to remove lumps and foreign materials. So how to use this flour sifter? So you're going to sift the dry ingredients properly using the palm of your hand. And then in order to remove the lumps and foreign materials on the dry ingredients. And then we also have here the grater. The grater or the shredder is used in grating or rubbing foods into small pieces. An example of ingredient that we usually use the grater is the cheese. And then we also have here the pastry wheel. So the pastry wheel is used in cutting the strips of dough. Used in cutting the strips of dough. Then we also have here the baking pans. And we have here the rectangular pan, the square pan. Then we also have here the round pan. So these tools, the rectangular pan, the square pan, and the round pan, these tools are used in placing the mixture of any kind of cake. Kahit anong klase ng cake pwede natin lutuin sa mga baking pans na yon. Then we also have here the pie pan used in placing the mixture of pie crust. Yung nasa ilalim ng pizza, ang tawag doon ay pie crust. So dito natin niluluto yon sa pie pan. Then we have here the muffin pan. So the muffin pan is used in placing the mixture of muffins. So an example of muffins is the kababayan or the muffins that we usually order in Kenny Rogers. And then we have here also the heart-shaped pan. So ang heart-shaped pan ay pwede rin natin gamitin in placing the mixture of any kind of cake. Then we have here the mamon pan. So the mamon pan is used in placing the mixture of mamon. Then the cookie sheet. So the cookie sheet is where the cookie batter is placed. So pagka magluluto tayo ng cookies, lalagyan lang natin to ng oil and then ilalagay natin yung ating mixture. Meron tayong two kinds of mixture. Ang sa ay pour butter and drop butter. Kapag cookies ang gagawin, we will use the drop butter. Kasi pagka pour butter, masyado siyang malabnaw, hindi po pwede natin ilagay dito. Kapag naman ang ating gagawin ay pour butter, kailangan natin ng molder, inilalagay yun dito, tapos saka natin ilalagay yung pour butter. That's used in placing the mixture of cookies. And then we also have the mortar and pestle. So this mortar and pestle is used in grinding the ingredients. Then we have here the pastry blender used in pressing the mixture of dough. At ang ginagamit natin in pressing the mixture of dough. If you're going to knead or yung ginagawa nating pagmamasa, bago natin masahin yon, kailangan muna natin i-press ang ating ingredients. Tapos pag na-press na natin ang ingredients at nag-combine together na siya, so we will knead. Now we will knead the dough. And then we have here the ladle used in cooking, particularly if you are going to saute the ingredients. Then this one is the turner, used in turning the foods while cooking. So food tong, used to hold the ingredients in place. And we have here the weighing scale. So the weighing scale is used to weigh a large amount or large quantity of ingredients. So kalimitan ginagamit ito sa bread making. Kapag gumagawa tayo ng tinapay, kailangan ay titimbangin natin yung ating lulutuin para magkapare-pareho, para hindi tayo malugi in case na gagawin natin business yan. Then we have also here the turntable. Dito natin ilalagay ang cake. Tapos, pag nilalagay natin ang icing, iniikot lang natin ito. Para hindi tayo yung umiikot. Ang iikot ay itong ating turntable. Okay. So, then we also have the cooking range or the microwave oven. So, the microwave oven is a kind of oven that cooks fast and it is compact. Ang microwave oven ang pinaka-latest sa lahat ng oven ngayon. Kaya nga lang ang problema sa microwave oven, hindi nagkakasya yung mga rectangular pan na ganito. Kalimitan ng microwave oven ay ginagamit lamang natin sa pag-iinit ng ating mga leftover foods. Then we have the oven. It is a receptacle compartment that can be closed tightly. So meron tayong oven dito sa HE na talaga namang very useful kasi napakarami yung naluluto nating cake dito. And then we have the cooking range. So ang cooking range ay yung 2-in-1. Merong oven sa ilalim at the same time ay merong stove sa ibabaw. So that is the cooking range. Ano pa nakalimutan ko? Wala na siguro. So those are the different tools and equipments used in cake baking. Any question? Alright.